What's up, everybody? This is Brandon from Premier Guitar. Today we are looking at the
Dunable SplatterBlaster.
This thing is really cool. It's basically two different fuzz circuits in one unit. You could use them both independently or both at the same time. We'll get into that in a second. First, I'm playing my Tele Custom through a High Watt Custom 50. We're micing it up with a Cascade Fathead and going straight into the preamp. Basically, this dude is huge. Not size-wise, but in essence, it adds so much body and craziness to your signal, and being able to blend the two fuzz circuits is really cool. I just had it at noon with both of these on, with these settings right here. But as you can see, they kind of charted it out for you. Two independent fuzzes with this master blend in the middle. You can set these each at independent volumes. This one's got a boost and a fuzz tone blast, which I'll go all the way left so you could hear that. Here's how I had it already. And then with the blast, pretty gnarly. So yeah, it's really different too. It's kind of like a Velcro-y thing, I want to say, but I might not be accurate on that. I think the way they describe it right here, this is a first look, so I'm learning right along with you guys. This guy is gonna be the wrong booklet. Here we go. Found it. Okay, so this side, the blast, is based on, well, I see the splatter. Let's start with the splatter on the left. The classic super fuzz circuit, which I think it's that big blue and red unit that's really hard to find these days. It's a really rare fuzz, but it sounds amazing. A lot of people have it as kind of the staple part of their sound. And then the blast side over here, the gray side, it's a ornery distortion, not unlike a classic pedal heard on everything from shoegaze to Stockholm-based death metal to Pink Floyd guitar solos, according to Dunable here, which is really appealing to basically all of us. So that's really cool. I like how you can go all the way left for splatter, all the way right for the blast, or right in the middle to blend them 50-50. This is a phase flip circuit, circuit phase flip, and then mono or stereo selected there. That'll engage the second output, and you could run to another amp and maybe put some effects in that amp and keep one of them straight in for definition. It's up to you. Really cool to have that option there, though. I'm going to put it back in mono because we only got one amp right now. We might show the stereo off here in a minute. We'll see. But let's get back to sounds, because that covers it on controls. It's super simple, straightforward, two fuzz pedals in one box. You could blend them. That's it. Really cool. Let's get some delay going. I'm just going to shoegaze out and try to get some Space Cadet stuff going. So bear with me. See what happens. Threw in the Screddy Echo there, which is one of my favorite delays. That was both sides with a pure 12 o'clock mix between 50-50 between both fuzzes. I want to show the scatter side by itself because it's really different. So let me go left. We're going to leave that tone blast or fuzz blast tone thing on. I don't know if they call it blast. That's what it makes me think of, though. Have the boost here, and let's see. So that was just the scatter side. I had this one still engaged, but I had the knob all the way to the left. So if you're wondering, is that both? Because this light's on. No, it wasn't. It was just this one. So let's do the same thing. That brings me actually to another point. If I want to try the blast side over here, I realized right before we started shooting this thing that if I leave one of these off, this blend now becomes a clean blend. It's common sense, but I did not think of it right away. So now I could either leave both on and go all the way to the right for blast, or turn this off. That's the same because it's all the way to the right. But if I go to the middle, my clean signal will be part of the sound. Little too small sounding for what I'm going for. So let me pull that in a little more and mix towards the blast side, and let's see what that sounds like. Pretty cool. I'm gonna EQ it just at noon, see what happens. Pretty inspiring sound. Have no idea what I'm going to play when we do these videos, so I choke on some things go wrong, but when a pedal inspires you to play something you have no idea what's going to happen and it's semi-okay, I know I'm halfway there because thank you, pedal. So let's blend them again and just kind of experiment. I'm going to hold out a chord and then we're going to move on to bass because I think this thing will be gnarly on bass. But let me just hold a chord and then let's see the different tonality changes that we get. That is one gnarly sound right there. I mean, let me throw an echo on and do that again, because that's just like crazy, like noise rock. Like some of my favorite bands kind of like remind me of this, or vice versa. And the guy who makes this actually is in a really good band, so you should check them out. I think the Dunable is made by a guy named Sacha. This one was actually a collaboration, and his band was Intronaut, by the way, sorry. This is a collaboration with Damnation Audio. I just got this, so I have to refresh my memory. But let me try this sound with that echo again. Real gnarly, spitty, and in your face. Really aggressive. You can punch through a mix real easily. Thanks for bearing with me as I tried to figure this thing out. I'm going to switch over to a bass and run it through a little mini SVT, and let's see how chunky we can get. Took a few minutes to hook up a bass rig. I got my P bass going into the micro SVT from Ampeg, hooking it up with a really old Shure mic, like the Elvis style, and we're going straight into the preamp. Here's what it sounds like without the fuzz, and then I'll kick it on. and that's growly. That's really fun. So if you're in a heavier band or noise rock band or any band really, and you just need a really solid low end, this fuzz retains that low end that you had before. I'll just show that one more time just so you could see that it really does. Actually almost kind of boosted a little bit, to be honest with you. That is awesome. I really like that. I'm not going to spend too much time on bass because I'm not a bass player, but I wanted to show you that this thing can deliver that low end and that growl that you would want from a fuzz. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to another guitar so you can hear it with humbuckers. I got my Greco Les Paul here, and I'm going to run into the high watt again, and the high watt's going to have just the fuzz, and then the second amp is going to be like a little champ, Fender 64 blackface champ. We're going to mic the high watt with the fat head and the champ with a 57, and the champ is going to have the Screddy echo in it. So you could hear a blended echo sound with a straight ahead fuzz. So that's going to take me a minute to hook it up, so I'll be right back. Alright, so that is the Splatterblaster from Dunable. This was made in collaboration with Damnation Audio. They worked together on this and it sounds incredible. Definitely try to get your hands on one, check it out in person. That's always kind of the telltale, see if it's something for you. I think this is, at least at first, it might be an exclusive with CME, but go to Dunable's website, they'll take you to the right place if you want to get one. You know, this is Dunable's first venture into pedals. He makes guitars and pickups as well, used by a lot of bands that we respect. So check that out on the website as well. And speaking of checking things out, stay up to date with us here at PG. We got Instagram, always new things on YouTube, website, the print mag. We're everywhere. We got you covered. Yeah, signing out. This is